Roll.
All right, on these air pressures, your pressure needs to be over 50 on this to shoot texture. It can be up as high as 90, but it needs to be over 50. So when you first turn it on, you have to let it build up. Make sure you're at 50 before you start spraying. And we're going on with the second hopper full in the hallway. It'll come on in a minute. You better. We're going to do some creative spraying on this wall because we're going to faux finish it. So we're going to get crazy and see what happens when we smooth these crazy patterns down. On that wall going and then going into the door. So now we have, look, we're out of mud. We have to mix more. This is also for you cooks out there, a fun part of the job. Lightweight, all-purpose joint compound. And it goes in the bucket. There we go. You get 2 liters of water. This is a tough job if you have like a hand washing thing. An OCD. But it's really cool. You get to focus on things deeply. Painting could be used to solve the world's problems. You just had 100 painters think about them at the same time. While they were painting. Just a moment while we're talking. When you go to find your drill to mix the mud, do not try it with this one. Don't try with this one either. They're too small. So the pawn shop, $20, will get you everything you need to mix your mud. it. Don't do that. All right, that's what we want. Now, add carefully. This will make or break the whole job. As you come out, you want to get the mud off the blade, but you don't want to swing it. You want to just something like that. I swung it a little so you guys could see that it, yeah, but it could have been worse. Okay, we're ready to start shooting again. You. Oh. There we go. A little cool down between sets. This is the texture we're putting on this wall right here. We're incorporating, if I can get my light to stay on, putting it up with the texture underneath it, but we're flattening it out, just fixing things, making it and this is what we're changing out. This is and so let's see. Oops, it's a little zoomed in, isn't it? There we go. Man, I apologize for the way I look in these videos. I should know not to shoot from here. This is easier to look at, I think. Okay. For all you painters out there, I'm going to run around and show you the masking that we've got done. We're halfway through the texture. I've just shown some texture that is the goal of what we're doing, and then the texture we're covering. But the masking needed for this is extensive. You've got to cover everything. It's the biggest mess there is in painting. And also for your adjusters out there, as you're rebuilding people's rooms and painting and texturing and giving the allowances for masking, make note of the footage of masking paper we've got to put down for texture. It's a lot more than for paint, because the texture gun is not as precise, and it just it takes a lot of, and then if you're masking, if you're texturing and painting, there's a huge chance that your texture mask job will go up, be textured, and need to be, then another masking job needed for the paint. We're going to use this masking paper but in both parts of the process. But that is something when we're dealing with a claim, an insurance claim, and we need to allow for texturing, painting, and masking. This is the extent that we're talking about, not just masking the baseboards. When you mask for texture, you got to mask everything but the wall. Here we go. I'm going to walk around real slow this time so we can see what's going on. There's a door going into the garage. You use any doors and lights and stuff that you have to go in and out of. Those are generally what you mask last, of course. And on the lights, when you mask them, shoot, and then shoot around the lights first, then take the paper off so you can turn the lights on and see what's going on. Never, never, never leave a light masked overnight. If somehow that light bulb comes on, it has burnt many a place down. But there's a shot of our ceiling in our kitchen. Hopefully we can see a little by this angle here. But the texture is shot up. We're shooting it up there, and then we're flattening it down. The original is still underneath a lot of it, but it just goes into play, and we put up a rougher texture than the original, and it covers what we're renewing. We're going to add a little texture into the ceiling here, just a few too many blade marks. Also, it was dark, so I missed this whole area. That's all original stuff right there. Once again, the cabinets are masked completely. This paper does like to let go once it's gotten wet. Cabinets masked completely. We are going to refinish these cabinets too. Oh no, that was not good. This is why we masked the floor. and that is what I stepped in right there. I don't have my paint shoes on yet, and that ain't good. These shoes are gonna, this stuff gets down in the tread. This is the paint shoe, the texture shoe that you want to wear, and it better not be one that you got to clean up. Got to turn the heat down, but I left it on last night, 71. Now this part of the ceiling is not textured. That's what we're going to do today. And these walls are still the original texture. I just can't tell how they're showing up in this camera, whether you can see it, but you can see where the shine of the original stops and the new stuff begins going off into the kitchen. Here's a little bit of our texture on this that we came around this corner, and then would bleed back into the original right there. This hallway, we're gonna shoot video of this hallway getting textured. This wall still needs it. We may do a faux finish on this wall. I think it'd be fun to show y'all how to do a faux finish. We have to mask the same amount in a faux finish as you do in a texture job. So we will already be masked to the point where we might as well as faux finish this wall and around the corner to the door. Here's bedroom number 3. Texture still drying in here, even at 71 degrees. Last night we had a little snow and sleet here in the far north central Texas area, but even with the temperature at 71, 33 degrees outside, this stuff, it's going to take another 2 days to dry before it's ready for paint. This is the rooms we did on Saturday. And the masking. You can still see, yeah, I could probably put some more texture in here. Oops. You get a little water next to these windows from the condensation on a cold day, so that's probably just incorporate itself into the pattern. But there's your ceiling here, and it's a great way to renew your walls and to take this house. We're not going to change the base cabinets out, we'll be refurbishing them, but we can make this thing up to date, get away from the stomp texture that we're looking at there, and even take this yellow green tub or mustard yellow tub and put some color on this wall. It looks good with that and looks good with the carpet. That's what we want to do, and it's part of the fun. We could do antique white all day long, bore ourselves to death, but for the same price I can get the new Kills products, and we can do some colors. Here's the color chart for Kills right there. This is a great new lineup. I guarantee you they're great, because Kills is the best primer in the business. And one of these 3 cards here is possibly what we're going to pull our colors out of. Maybe even this one here. We're going to use some cheap carpet. One of those 2. This has some potential with this. We could get that yellow tub mixed in with some of this in a cool way. Yep, this area here is good too, right there.